Hello, welcome to my channel if you're here for the first time. Welcome back if you've been following. It's Wednesday, so child's book. I was gonna do this in my classroom because I'm like there now. I'm not in the habit. I'm used to doing it here, so I got home like, oh, I didn't do it. So hopefully next week we can be back in the classroom and I can just grab some books. But today we're going to do Count Up from 6 by Amanda Gebhardt. So this is going to be a good book to practice counting. So remember, you want to make sure they know how to use the book before they start reading. So make sure you're tracking the print so they know that we start on the left page and we start on the left side of the page and at the top and go right and then to the next line. Make sure that they know where the cover is, the back is. And I always like to say who the author is and the illustrator are so that they learn that the author, the name on the book actually means something, that it means that they're the person who wrote the book. So, when you're reading a book with kids, multiple reads is best. Normally the first time you read, you're going to want labeling questions, labeling verbs, nouns. The second time you're going to want either predictive questions or recall questions that help them remember part of the story or help them think about what might happen next in the story. And then you want to relate it to them the third time you read. So this says, class is out, it's time for snacks. I found snacks. So I would probably label the kids or the fruit, right? Probably the fruit because they said it's time for snack, right? So you could have them specifically labeled. But you could also have them label the kids, and then the second, what did they find for snack would be the second question, right? They found apples and oranges, and then third, you can either say like, would you like those for snack? Or what is your favorite snack? Get 10, sis. The 10 kids need snacks. Ken sets a box of snacks down. So labeling, you could label the box, like what are the fruits in, just to get them labeling box. And then to recall, how many do they need? 10. And then to relate to them, well, if we were going to pass out snack, how many snacks do we need? And then you could count each of the kids in class. Ken will get, this one has a drink, and then a girl holding the fruit. Since you haven't labeled the drink yet, I labeled the drink. So how many snacks do they need? Just keep asking that. Or if you're tired of asking how many do they need, you could say, who's going to get the drinks? Ken. Or who's getting the snacks? The girl is, okay? You could also ask, how many do they need? And then, would you want a drink to go with your snack? Do you like drinking when you eat? Or what is your favorite drink? I count up from 6. I count up from 6 to 10. So I would label the plate. There's a picture of the fruit on the plate. Second time, you could say, what number do they need to count to? 10, and then you could practice. It might be a little confusing to count up from 6. Older kids might, but if you're younger, just start at 1. And you can do that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This page, there's apples with different colors, so I might label the different colors of the apples. Oh, look, this apple is what color? This apple is. And then, yeah, practice counting. Then we all got a snack and drink. Yum. Now we can play. So I would probably try to label the emotion like they're excited. How do you think they're feeling for labeling? And then, did everyone get a snack yet? Or what time is it? Play. And then what do you like to play? And that is the end of the book. So that's how you would read that. I know these books are really short, but These are not only good for younger kids, but these are really good beginner books for kids to read independently. So, thank you for joining me for Count Up from 6. It really has been fun all summer, just going on Libby and finding random books. These are books that I might be like, hey, I want to use that in my classroom. But please give this a big thumbs up if you like what you heard, and share it with anybody and everybody, because we keep going up in subscribers, and I know that's because of you. So thank you very much. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because why not? And don't forget to hit that notification button if you haven't yet. Monday and Wednesday I will do a child's book. Saturday I do my books. And then, as always, I would love to hear from you. Your experience, if you read this particular book, or any other counting book recommendations, or just any thoughts that you have. And we'll see you next time. Bye.